Igbos are the problem of Nigeria. Igbos want to ruin Nigeria. Igbos are destroying the integrity of Nigeria. Igbos want to see Nigeria fall because Igbos want to secede from Nigeria. This is the rhetorics from politicians and those who are affiliated to political parties in Nigeria. So my question to you that is actually watching right now, do you think such pronouncement is a reality of what you see in underground? Do you see Igbo people as people who are divisive, or do you see Igbo people as people who are very accommodative but only wanted a conducive environment where they can do their things and prosper? Because Igbo people, I know, they are mostly independent people. They don't want to depend on anybody for them to succeed. So in my opinion, I will say, I don't know your opinion. You can use the comment section to echo your opinion. I will pick it up. In my opinion, I will say that Igbo people are not the reason why there is a clamor for division of Nigeria today. And the evidence to back it up is that Igbo people are in Lagos, Nigeria. They build house, they buy land. Igbo people are in Meduguri. They build house, they buy land. Igbo people are in Kano. They build house, they buy land. My aunt grew up in Jos. They build house, they buy land. Igbo people are across length and breadth of Nigeria, and they actually accepted one Nigeria, because that behavior portray that Igbo people are the ones pushing for one Nigeria because they call anywhere they go home. So in comparison to the Yoruba counterpart, Yorubas are good people. They coexist with other ethnic groups, but there is something about Yorubas that is different from the Igbos. Yorubas does not believe in investing in other areas of Nigeria except in Yoruba land. Some of them do, don't get it wrong, but majority of them does not. They go to other places. They might contribute positively in those areas, create job opportunities or employment, generate tax for the area, but they will never, invest in buying properties in those areas. Few of them does that, but majority of them does not. In fact, Yoruba people prefer to invest abroad than investing in outside of Yoruba land in Nigeria. So between the Igbos and the Yorubas' behavior, who do you think promotes one Nigeria more? That's why you hear the demolition in Lagos affected the Igbos more, because Igbo call everywhere they go around Nigeria home, therefore they believed in one Nigeria. Now Yorubas, they don't invest in other places where they go, they want to take it home if they understand investment. That's why they are always telling Igbos, go home and invest, because they don't believe in one Nigeria. So, my argument, Igbo people has been patriotic, one Nigeria needs than the Yorubas. So, expanding this conversation to the Hausa counterpart. Hausa people, I know, they are good people, but the problem we have is that we have been mixing up the behavior of some other ethnic group with the Hausas. Therefore, we cannot comprehend exactly who is the Hausa and who is the other ethnic group. But I am going to focus on the Hausas that I have come across. Well, prior to the time we were growing up, we used to see the Hausa man who shine our shoes. We used to see them who do, our gate man, which means the Hausa people are purely marginalized and they were not able to come out of it. Some of them who were able to escape the Hausa land into the Igbo land or other area, doing menial jobs, they survive with honest living, and they are people whom you can have around you. And I remember those Hausas who used to sell suya. That time, if you are able to speak Hausa, you are going to definitely get suya for free, because they love people who coexist with them. They love people who understand their languages. So I can say that Hausa people are good people, but I have never seen Hausa investment around, like serious investment around, except if the ones I have come across, they are not buoyant enough, affluent enough to do those investments. Mostly the ones I come across are the ones who are actually surviving, with menial jobs, trying to do what they can to survive, to make ends meet. So I have never seen an affluent. I think I have heard about Alhajis, but my inability to distinguish from Hausa and other ethnic group, I would say that Hausa people can contribute to the economy of a place where they are as little as they can. They do not live in the bushes, they live in the houses. They can live with anyone because they are very good people and neutral in everything that they do. But one thing about the Hausas, we don't really understand the Hausas. But what I know about the Hausas, Hausa man is content with any space he found himself. Hausa man is a good person. But I wouldn't say they don't promote one Nigeria, but Hausa man is always appearing to be underdog in Nigeria. The reason is now what I'm going to tell you, because I have now told you about the three major ethnic groups in Nigeria. Let's go to extras. In extending the conversation or comparison to the minority ethnic group named Fulanis. Fulanis arrived in Nigeria 4 centuries ago, and they established in Sokoto and created what we know as Sokoto Caliphate. They began their intermarriages with the Hausas to a point that today we cannot distinguish between Hausa and Fulanis because they mostly look alike, but we know that historically they are not the same people. And historically, Hausa people were intimidated. Hausa people were used in political arena to garner vote, to play the game of number that is always in the favor of the Fulanis. Fulani used religious war in order to intimidate the Hausas. The Fulanis, when they arrived in that region, they killed the indigenous people. They unalived them, emasculated them into submission, and they still instilled their religion, which is the Islam we see today in the north, in them. Forced them into their religion, used some Quran, like Quran 9 verse 5, Quran 2 verse 190, to make them, capture their mind to believe that Allah wants them to be killed. It is justifiable for them to be killed because they were seen as infidel. They are not part of Islamic religion. Therefore, religion and the Quran was used to justify the massacre of the Hausas and make them to submit to the Fulanis. Today, Fulanis are using the numbers of the Hausas. Like I said in my previous video, that Hausa people, the numbers of the Fulanis in Nigeria does not reach the 1/3 majority of the Hausas. Yet the Fulanis are the ones who are the spokespersons of the Hausas, are installed all over the place. The only Hausa people who are in a good position or strategic position are those who are captured already by the Fulanis. So they control them however they want. So this is the reason why it is difficult to know whether Hausas are one Nigerianist or not, because it pushes them aside. I don't know if they feel guilty or something, that they cannot speak up, or they speak in their languages that no one understands. Therefore, we cannot use the Fulanis to judge or the Hausas to judge, because the Fulanis who dominated and controlled their narratives are the ones who were handed over Nigeria by Britain. So you cannot basically say that they are patriotic Nigerians because they are not indigenous people. Therefore, one can say that they are coping because the power lies in their hands. They control every sector. The Sokoto Caliphate still control every sector of Nigeria. Reason being that Britain, the colonial master, actually grant them the power to do so, even though they are the minority, but they control the majority. So, having seen my submission, do you still believe that Igbo people are the one dividing Nigeria? When they call every part of Nigeria, they go home, but they don't call them brother. Yoruba people, they call their home where they come from home. Fulani people, they want to rule everybody, have already captured the Hausas. So Igbos are now waking up to the fact that We accepted everybody, but no one accepts us. Therefore, we cannot continue to act like everything is okay when the Yorubas are in the middle playing Fulani and playing Igbos. They are not straight. When the Hausas are already emasculated, their votes are given to the oppressors, the Fulanis. When the Igbos are all over the place, playing brothers, playing everywhere is home, playing one Nigeria. Yet, today, they claim that we are divisive because we have woken up to the fact that no one is playing one Nigeria except us. And from the analysis that I just gave you on comparison, you will actually agree with me that the fact that I have presented are accurate. Igbo man has never been allowed opportunity to rule Nigeria. The 1966 coup was named Igbo coup, even though every ethnic group was involved, just to ridicule the Igbos. A memo was signed that Igbo man can never be a president of Nigeria. And we never cared about being president in Nigeria because it was not one of our problems. We just wanted a conducive environment where we can trade, where we can coexist with the other ethnic group. But now we have discovered that it is not just about Igbo not ruling. It's about the rejection of the Igbos. But you want us to be part of us, part of Nigeria. You benefit a lot from the Igbos. What are we benefiting from the rest of you? Nothing, except pain and marginalization. So why do you think we cannot rise up eventually to fight for our position? We are not looking for Igbo presidency. The politicians are looking for it. We are looking for total emancipation, total separation from the system that marginalize us, the system that rejects us, the system that makes us fool to develop other people's place. When they come, the Fulanis, they live in our bushes. From there, they are attacking every other person. So those system is what we are trying to eliminate. And that's why we're asking for a referendum, so that we will decide from the behavior of the Yorubas to the behavior of the Hausas to the behavior of the Igbos, whether or not we still want to be called one country. But no one is paying attention to that demand. The only thing that they are paying attention and reporting is that the Igbos are divisive. Igbo want to destroy Nigeria. That's not true. But believe what you want and type it there in the comment section.